The big question, would you buy to live, buy to let, or does Leeds need more investment before you even think about it? Right, let's have a butcher's and see where I'll go on. This is an auction property. Always check the legal pack as well as auction fees. You may have additional costs and other property problems. Today we are viewing a freehold detached house, 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. Let's start from upstairs. This is the front facing 3rd box bedroom. There is off-street parking. I didn't see if the curb is dropped actually, and a large garden at the back. From Leeds train station, it is a 12-minute drive, 15 minutes for the cyclists, 25 minutes on the bus with a 10-minute walk to the bus stop. There is no storage in this property. This is a probate property. The property was left by a deceased person or persons. It has gone through a legal process and the beneficiaries can sell the property. This is the front facing 2nd bedroom. Yeah, it's a double bedroom, but this house is on a little bit of the small side, but it's still a double bedroom. The EPC rating is an F. That doesn't matter too much anyway, as it does need a full refurb, and the house is 86 square meters. A whole entire detached property guided at 140 grand. Come on now. You know it's only up north that we're going to get these goodies. Yes, the property needs a whole entire refurbishment, but 140 grand for a detached. Hello. If you're city folk, come on, this is ideal. A detached property, you don't hear your neighbours slamming doors or screaming. You haven't got any leaks from upstairs from the neighbouring property. You know, there are just some properties in this country that are absolutely wafer thin, and you can hear absolutely everything that your neighbour does. There's even properties where you can smell your neighbours cooking, whether it be from upstairs, downstairs, beside you. You can hear every word of the music they play. And here we have a whole detached in a city. Come on. Just how I like it. The toilet and the bath are in 2 separate rooms. This looks like it hasn't been touched since about the 60s. The avocado suite, those tiles. Do you know, it's just amazing, yeah, that we can still find properties that look like this in 2025. Is it avocado or could it be turquoise? But it would have been a very middle-class bathroom for back in the day. At what point did people start knocking the toilet in the bathroom and just having the bathroom as one room, if you know what I mean? If you're of a certain age, this is going to bring back some memories. This is the back-facing bedroom 1, and again, it's a wee bit small, but it's still a double bedroom. Let's address the elephant in the room. Yes, the property is in Beeston, and lots of people have an opinion about Beeston. However, this is the top of the park towards White Rose, and not maybe like the rougher parts that we've been before. Video linked at the end. Buyer premium, what the buyer needs to pay the seller. £300 plus VAT, contributions towards the seller's legal costs, plus an additional £200 plus VAT. It doesn't actually say what that £200 is for, plus there is £200 plus VAT towards engrossment. A detached house guided at 140 in comparison to a detached house in other parts of the country is a very good price. Now you're going to need a full refurb, probably take it back to brick, kitchen, bathroom. plumbing, new electrics, the whole shebang. First time buyers, what are you thinking? Would you take this on to live in your own detached property in a city? Let's go downstairs. Based on the guide and a mortgage rate of 6%, the monthly mortgage payments are £700 per month. With it being an auction property and needing a full refurb, might need to have a conversation about bridging finance. The kitchen, now this is really small, so what would you do? What are you thinking? Maybe build an extension or knock through to the back room? What are you thinking? What would you do with the kitchen? This property is in Council Tax Band D, which for financial year 2025 to 2026 is £2,160.90, which is roughly £180 per month. The back facing second reception room, dining room, what are we thinking? What would we do with it? Look at the carpet. But come on, I can't be the only one. I can't lie, I kind of like these curtains. It's very 70s. No, I like the curtains. I like the curtains, man. I like the curtains. Landlords, we are up north. Do you think you'll get a 10% gross yield on this property? Or is it something maybe better to just refurb and sell? Looking at rentals, what are 3 beds in the local area on the market for? There are no detached properties on the market, so let's have a look at some semi-detached properties for a rough idea about the rentals. This is the first reception room, which is front facing. Looking at short-term rentals in the local area, how much can we charge per night for 4 guests? Can you imagine? There might be lots of memorabilia and treasures to find. What do folk do when they buy a probate property? Do you just automatically get a couple of skips and just dump everything? Or do you actually take time to look through and go through if you can find anything of value? It's sold as seen, so you just kind of assume that the family would have gone through all the stuff and taken any items that are of value and personal to them. Or does such a company exist where they actually go through things, any memorabilia, any silver, scraps, do you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So we've got like a pantry. Would you keep this? Let's do the Jim Jam test. Is a local shop close enough to pop in our Jim Jams on a Sunday morning? This is a really nice first-time buyer property. There's a lot to do, but it's a great first step on the ladder. Of course, picked up at the right price. A cupboard to hang your coats. Would you keep it? Would you get rid of it? Outside, there is a side and a back garden. Looking at sales, what are 3 beds in the local area on the market for? Again, there are no detached properties on the market at the moment, so let's have a look at some semi-detached for a rough idea about the price. The back garden is a really good size, and especially maybe if you're thinking of having children or you've got a small family, you can do quite a lot in terms of, put up a trampoline, have a little patch for growing your tomatoes. It's a nice size. It's a really nice size. In this patch we have detached, semi-detached, terraces and the street vibe is very different to other parts of Beeston where there are mainly back-to-back properties. There is no sales history for this property. Let's see if the property sold. And we have our shop.